Good morning, friends. Welcome to Java class. In this class, let us learn about control statements and looping statements in Java programming language. So let us learn one by one. So we know to break the sequentials for flow of programming statements, we can use a conditional control statements to execute a set of statements. Okay, so for that purpose, as we saw in the previous class, there are various types of conditional statements are there, like a if statement, a switch statement. Okay, again in the if statements we are going to use a if simple if statement, else if statement and nested if statements, and also we can use a else if ladder in a Java programming language. So let us see what are the purpose of using this conditional control statements. Okay, a conditional statements, what is the main use of this conditional statements? So it choose a one conditions. If that condition is true, that the statements will be executed. Okay, so the main purpose, the first it checks the conditions, one that and after that checking that condition, it will return the boolean value either in the form of a true or false. Okay, and in the next statement, the condition statements gives us the power for a to make a basic decision. If the condition to take a certain decision, on the basis of that certain decision, we are going to perform a specific task. So that is the main purpose of using a conditional statement. Okay, as I told, the Java conditional statements are the if and the else if statements, and the conditional operator and the switch statements. These are the three types of conditional statements which are available in a Java programming language. So let us see the syntax of a simple if statement. So see, this is a syntax of using a simple if statement in Java programming language. So here if is a keyword and this is a conditional. So a condition must be a boolean expressions. Okay, and these are the statements which are associated with this if statements. These statements are this statement is going to be executed if this condition is true. If there are more than one statements you want to execute, if this condition is true, those must be specified within the block. Okay, if there is only one statement, in that case only you can skip the block. Understand? Enadru nim hatra? So those statements must be placed within the block if there are more than one statements which we want to execute if this condition is true. Okay, so see here, as I told, this is a keyword, reserve keyword, and this is the condition, and it must be boolean expression. Okay, and it returns the values either in the form of true or false. Okay, and see this is the example. See here, I am declaring a one variable of type string and storing the value good. Okay, if GPA, this is another value, here we are checking whether this value is greater than 3.0. Okay, and if the value of GPA is greater than 3.0, it must display the value as a excellent. Otherwise, it will display the value which is stored in the variable str. Got the point? This is not a full program. This is just a one rough example which will give which is example for the simple if statement. So this is a statement, single statement which is associated with the if statement. Here we didn't use a block. So if there are more than one statement, those statements must be placed within the block. Okay, and see. So this is a flow chart for the simple if statements. So this is the entry block. This is the entry statement, and it will check the condition. If the condition is false, it will execute the statement. It will execute the statement after the if block. So if the condition is true, it will execute the statement which is immediate to the if block. This is a simple flow chart for the if. And next one, see else if clause. So if this else block can be added to the if statement to make a else if statement. Okay, so the else block will be executed when the condition is false. ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ else block execute ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And see, this is a syntax of else if statement. This is a if and this is a boolean condition or boolean expression, and this is a statement which will be executed if the condition is true, and when the condition is false, the else block will be executed. And if you want to execute a more than one statement, if the condition is true, those statements must be closed within the opening and closing block. You must make it as a block of a statement. Otherwise, if you want to execute only single statement, in that case, you can skip the block. Okay. So this is a flow chart for a else if statement, and this is a condition, that is boolean, this must be boolean expression. If the statement is of the condition is true, and the statement 1 will be executed. If the condition is false, statement 2 will be executed. See, as I told, so if you want to execute a block of a statements, those block of a statement must be delimited by opening and closing braces. Okay, and see. So when you are using a boolean statement or a boolean expression as a condition, it must consisting of a relational operators or a relational operators. And if you want to check more than one condition, in that case those boolean expression must be combined by logical and or operators. ಹೌದಾ, ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ ಒನ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ನ ನೀವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ by to make a compound expression, those must be combined by using a logical or logical and operators. These are the logical not, logical or, and logical and logical or operators. And next is a switch statement. Okay, so as in the switch statement, so it is going to check a one particular condition. Okay, in a if statement. So let us take first one if. So in the if statement, we are going to check a one condition. So if that condition is not true, again else block will be executed. So already you know about a else if ladder. Okay, so if the condition is true, it will check the next condition in a else if ladder. Again it will check the condition. If that condition is false, it will check the next condition. If that condition false, it will check the next condition. So every time it will going to check the next conditions, but it will take us some time to reach the end of the if block or to check the last condition. But to avoid this time complexity, we are going to use a switch statement. Instead of checking all conditions, it will check the required block or a required statements. So for that purpose, we can use a switch statement. See, so this is the syntax of switch statement. So this is a keyword, switch is a keyword, and this is the expression. So if the expression is matched, then only the switch block will be executed. So okay, and see here, we are going to enter a one choice. Okay, so on that basis, it will match the value of the particular case. Okay, so we are going to enter the choice. So for example, we used in the C or a data structure programming language. Okay, so here the here case is also keyword, and we have to specify specific values to the case value. Okay, and here we can use a n number of cases in a switch statement, and every block or every case is having a set of statements to be executed when the value is matched with a specific choice. Okay, and see here to break the execution of a particular block, that block must be end with a break statements. ಆ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ನ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕ್ರಿ, ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. when the break occurs, it terminates the execution of a switch statement. ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಈ ಕೇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ರೀ, ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಸ್, first it will entered choice will be matched with the first case. If the choice is if the expression is matched with the value, then it will execute the first case. If it is not matched with the case value, then it will check for the next case until the default statement. So this is the last statement. If choice or if expression is not matched with any value of the case, the default statement will be executed. So okay, and this is again a optional statement. So and this is the end of the switch block. Okay, so let us see the some rules of switch statements. Okay, the variable used in the switch statements can be only one byte, short, int or character. So now in switch expression use martivalla, this one is. So this variable value must be short, byte or int or character type. It must not be a double or float. It must always be either character or a short or a int or a byte type. Okay, and you can have any number of statements within a switch statement. So each case is followed by a value to be compared. Okay, and that case value must be end with what? It must be end with a colon, and after that you can specify the set of statements you want execute. Okay, and the value of a case must be same data type as the variable in the switch statements. So case ಗೆ ಏನು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವೋ ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಆ ಎರಡು ಥರದ ಡೇಟಾ ಟೈಪ್ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅದು ಇಂಟ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಟೈಪ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು ಇಂಟ್. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ again it must be also string or a character type. Okay, and when the variable being switched on is equal to a case, the statements following that case will be executed until the break is reached. So see what happened here. So here let us take, if you missed this break statement, so these statements are going to be executed until the next break appears. Again you can consider this break statement is also optional. This is not a compulsory statement. If you skip this break statement, these statements are going to be executed until the next break case appears. So this is the some rules which we must remember when we are using a switch statement. See, so this is the example for break statement. Switch statements. Here we are creating a one class switch. So there is a one spelling mistake. Make it as a switch test. Okay. Here our class name is switch test, and in this class we are defining a one main method, and we are using declaring a one variable grade and initializing this variable value as a C. Okay, and switch grade. And in this switch statement, here we are using a 5 cases. Okay, and label of these cases are A, B, C, D. Okay, so system.out.println. So this is a statement. Our class name is switch test, and here this is a main method. So in the main method we are declaring a one variable grade and initializing its value is equal to C. Switch grade. Here we are not entering the value through the command mode. Okay, here directly we are entering the switch value or expression value by declaring a variable. Okay, so here in the switch block we are defining 3 cases and label of 5 cases, and label of these cases are A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, and there is a one default statement, default block is there. And see, in the case A, here we are writing a one printing statement as system.out.println excellent, and here there is a break. So when this statement execute, this block or execution of switch block will be terminated. Okay, and see here in the case B, here we are not including any statement, and also we are not using any break statement. This is also a valid statement, but a case must be end with a colon symbol. If you miss this colon symbol, you will get a compilation or a syntax error when we are compiling the program. And there is a one more block is there, that is class C, and here we are adding a one more statement, printing statement, and there is a break, and same for case D, and again there is a one printing statement is there. And see, if there is a value of grade is D, so case D block will be executed. We know about this. Okay, so it will print the statement as system as you passed. So is it is it execute the next statement or a next case statements or not? The case ಈ block execute ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? Next block execute ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ? ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? See, because the next case will also execute because there is no break statement. So next case will be executed until the break statement next break statement appears. Okay, so and this is a default statement. If label is not matched, if expression is not matched with any label of the cases, the default block will be executed. Okay, and this is the end of a switch statement, and this is the last statement, and this is the end of a main method, and this is the end of the class. So see, so let us tell me what will be the output of this program. Which block will be executed or which case will be executed? Switch enter ಆಯಿತು. So entered value for the grade will be matched with the cases one by one. So what is the value of grade here? What is the value of grade here? Grade value ಏನೈತ್ರಿ? C. The value stored in instead of entering the choice through keyboard, here only I am declaring its value. Okay. So now the grade value is C. So it will check the first case label. So A is equal to C. No, this case or this block will not be executed. B, no, again it will not be executed. C, yes, it will match the label with a third block or a third case. So these statements will be executed. Well done. So it will print the well done. So your grade is C. So this will be the output. So let us check this statement. Let us execute this statement. So save this program in the bin directory, file, save as, go to C drive. So there is a one Java folder is there. Double click on that. After that, double click on JDK bin. So in the bin folder, give the file name. Switch test is our main method class name. So main method class name and our file name must be same dot java. Okay, and save this program. So once you saved the program, open the command prompt. So click on start, type cmd. So there will be a command prompt. Command prompt will appear here. Okay. So once command prompt is appeared, next step, change the directory cd backslash cd java cd jdk cd bin. Okay. After that, you have to compile the program. Java C file name. Our file name is switch test.java. So there is a one error is there. What is our error? Unclosed character or a literal. Okay. So that means we missed a single quotation for this character. In this case, minimize the command prompt and go here, close the character. And again, once again, have to save the program by pressing Ctrl S, or you can choose it from the menu. Okay. And after that, again open the command prompt. In the command prompt, again once again compile the program. Okay. So see here, there is again one more error is there, that is there is a space between S and Y. Again save the program. Again compile the program. So now our program is successfully compiled. Okay. So in the next step, execute the program by using Java interpreter. See here. Well done, your grade is C. So this is our output of switch test program. Okay. So if you have any doubts about the switch statements or an if or else if, simple if and else if ladder, you can ask. Okay. This is our output. And next one, looping statements. So as we know, as we learned in the C programming language, we learned looping statements like a while loop, do while loop, and for statements. Okay. So in the if condition or in controlling statements, the block of a statements are going to be executed only once. Okay. If you want to execute a set of statements repeatedly until the specified condition is false, in that case we can use a while statement or a looping do while statements or a for statement. And these are the syntax of a while statements, do statement, and a for statement. Okay. See here, this is a while is a keyword, and again condition is a bool, it must be a boolean expression, and these are the statements. So if you want to execute a set of statements, in that case those statements must be delimited by opening curly brace and respective closing curly brace. Okay. And if this condition is only true, then only these statements are going to be executed, otherwise the loop will not be executed. And next one is the do while statements. So here when the condition is true, then only these statements are executed. But in the do while loop, if you want to execute a set of statements or a body of the loop at least once, in that case we can use a do while loop. Okay. So here, so this is the entry of the loop. So here these statements are going to be executed when the execution control enters into the body of the loop. So after that it will check the condition. So if the condition is true, then again once again the body of the loop will be executed, or if the condition is false, the control will come out of the body of the do while loop. And this is a syntax for a for statements. Again, if there is a set of for statements, those statements must be delimited by opening curly brace and its respective closing curly brace. And this is a initialization part, and this is a condition. Again here condition must be a Boolean expression, and this is a increment or decrement sections. So if there is no condition statement, if there is no initialization, and if there is no increment section, so if you don't want these three sections, in that case those must be so in that case you must use a semicolons. Okay, ನಿಮಗೆ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ delimited by the semicolon. Okay, so let us see one by one. So flowchart for while loop. Okay, so this is a entry section. It will check the condition. If the condition is true, the statements are going to be executed. If the condition is until the condition become false. Okay, if the condition is false, the false block will be executed. There is no any false block. Okay, or if the condition is false, the statements after the loop will be executed. Okay. This is a simple example for if statement. So this is a while. Is it visible? So this is a while keyword, and here a month is less than 1, and this is a or logical or statement. If any one of this condition is true, this block will be executed. If both are false, then only the block will not be executed, and the statements which appear after the block will be executed. And these are the set of statements which are enclosed within the while block. Okay, and see. So again here one more example is there. See here we are making a initializing a variable of month value is equal to -1. Okay, in this case check the condition while -1 is less than 1. Yes, it is less than 1. Or month is greater than 12. No, month is not greater than 1. Is it the body of the loop will be executed or not? Whether body of the loop will be executed or not? No, body of the loop will not be executed. No, this is a logical or. If any one of the condition is true, then block will be executed. But this condition is true, this condition is false. That means block will be executed. So it will print a statement as enter a month from 1 to 12. So it will just an instruction to the programmer to enter the appropriate value to get the month value from 1 to 12. It must be equal to or 1, or it must be greater than 12, less than 12, less than or equal to 12. So month is equal to scan dot next. This is a one statement which is used to enter the integer type of a value through keyboard. So I will tell about a scanner. Next one is a do statement. So this is the syntax of do statement. Here these are the statements which are included within the body of the do while statement. And one more thing you have to notice here, in a do while statements, the while condition must be end with a semicolon. If you don't specify the semicolon, the loop will the execution control will be the execution will be moved to the infinite loop. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ infinite looping ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Program execution will be moved to a infinite looping because there is no any terminating condition here. Okay, this is a do while. Both are reserved words. Okay, the statement is executed at least once. So this is a flowchart of a do while loop. Okay, so it will execute the statement. After that it will check the statement. If it is true, again body of the loop will be executed. If it is a false, the statements which appear after the body of the loop will be executed. So comparing the while and do while loops. Okay, so these are the difference between the while and do while loop. It will be asked for 5 marks. Explain do while and do while loop with the example and compare both. Okay, this is a simple example or rough example for a do while loop. Here there is a do, and after that there is a one statement is there in the body of the loop. Those are one printing statement is there, enter the month from 1 to 12. So month is equal to scan dot next int. So that means enter the value through the keyboard. So after that, while entered, it will check the entered value whether month value is less than 1 or month value is greater than 12. Okay. So if it is a true, again it will execute. That means it will display the statement as enter a month from 1 to 12. And next one is a for statement. So this is the syntax of for statement: initialization, condition, and increment. So this is a reserve keyword. Okay, and this is the initialization portion is executed once before the loop begins. Okay, and the statement executed until the condition becomes false. So the loop loop execute agodakinta before enaಗುತ್ತೆ initialization ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, and this increment statement is going to be executed until the condition become false, and this is the increment portion is executed at the end of the statement. Okay, so both semicolons are always required. These semicolons, what we always require these semicolons. See here. So if we don't do initialization, so in that case, no initialization is performed. Okay. If the condition is left out, or if we must specify the condition, it is always considered to be true. Means for is always true. Okay. So if the increment is left out, no increment portion is performed. You can skip all the parts, but both semicolons are compulsory to specify the for loop. Do nothing loop anta helte. Okay, flow chart. So this is a flow chart of for loop. This is the initialization, condition to be evaluated, and these are the statement to be true, and this is the increment if it is a post increment. Okay, again increment, again it will check the condition. Initialization is only once. Okay, so after incrementing it will check the next condition. Okay, until this condition becomes false. Once it is false, the statements after the body of the loop will be executed. Again, if there is a single statement, it can be as a next immediate statement after the for statement. If there are more than one statement, those statements must be delimited by opening and closing brace. So this for loop can be written using a while loop. So in this case, this for loop can be written using a while loop as, so beginning at the beginning of while loop only you have to specify the initialization. After that we can check the condition. After that in the body of the loop we can execute the statements, and after that we can increment the values. And this is a simple rough example for the for loop. Here we are using the one variable sum and initializing its value is equal to 0. And in the for loop, so we are initializing a one counter variable, that is counter is equal to 1. And in Java, in for loop only we can declare the variables. This is a one more enhanced feature of Java. Okay, new feature. And this is a condition whether count is less than or is equal to max. So max is a one variable which may be declared in the before this statements. And this is the increment section. And here we are calculating the sum is equal to sum plus counter. And this is a flow chart which indicates the flow of these statements. This is the entry, so initialization part. It will check the condition. After that, it will perform the sum and it will increment the value of counter. Again, it will check the condition. So it will the loop will be terminated and the condition become false. So and after that, it will execute the next statements to be executed. Okay. So this is about control statements and looping statements. So let us see some example for do while loop and while loop. So this is an example for while loop. So here our class name is while test and this is the main method. In the main method we are declaring a one variable x is equal to 10. Okay. And see here we are using the one boolean expression as x is less than 20. So means the loop will be executed until x value must be less than 20. If a value of x is 20, in that case loop will be terminated. So but see here, initial value is x value is 10. So in the check here, x is 10, x value is 10, 10 is less than 20, yes, 10 is less than 20. So the loop will be executed, system.out.println, this is a printing statement. Instead of println, you can also use a print, okay. And value of x is equal to plus x. What will be the value of x here? What it will print in the first iteration? 10. Inno x value increment agila, okay. So once this value is print, in the next statement is increment the value of x. Now x value become 11. X is equal to x plus 1, that is x value become 11. So next println, it will add the new line character print. So what is the difference between println and print? So println provide a new line character automatically. You need not to put a new line character at the end of the statement here. But print method will not provide a new line character. Okay, that's why here we are using a new line character. Okay, and again next once again while block will be executed. Now the value of x is 11. So 11 is less than 20. Yes, it is less than 20. So it will print the value of x. Now the value of x is 11, and after that again once again increment the value of x. X is equal to 12. So again new line character. Once again loop will be executed. So let us execute this program. So our program is successfully compiled. In the next step, execute the program. So this is our output. It will print the value of x is equal to 10 to x equal to 9. And after this iteration, the x value become 20. Okay. In that case, it will check the condition once again. So 20 is less than 20? No, it will not. It is equal to 20. Okay, that's why the loop will not be executed. It will come out of the loop. So this after that it will check this statement. So if this means this is the end of the body. After that it will execute this statement. It means this is the end of the class. So program execution will be stopped. It will print the output like this. And let us take one more example for a do while looping statement. Save as the program in the Java folder. Save this program in the Java bin directory and with the extension .java. Save this program. So program will be saved. Program is saved, and after successful compilation, next execute the program. See here. Here our main method class do while. So this same previous example which is used which is written by using a while loop. Here I am writing the same program by using a do while loop. Okay. So here again initializing the value of x equal to 10 and writing a this is a do while loop, and in the body of the do while here we are including a statement which prints the value of x. After printing the value of x, here we are incrementing the value of x, and this is a new line character. This statements will provide a new line character, and now it will print the value of x, okay, as 10. After that it will increment. What is the value of x here now? 11. System.out.println. So close the body of the do. So after that it will check the value. Now the value of x is, what is the value of x? 11. 11 is less than 20, yes. So again loop body of the do while loop will be executed. So this is a way in which do while loop works. So this is our output after executing the stop. Class will discuss about some jumping statements like break, continue and go to. Okay. So if you have any doubts, you can ask.